Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Welcome to the circle, where we grow, where we rise, where we heal, where we shine.
Welcome to the Right Circle podcast, where we talk about the people, the rooms, the relationships, and the energy that either push you toward your future or quietly keep you trapped in your past. Today, we are starting with a question that a lot of people do not want to answer out loud. Why do people stay in toxic circles? Not toxic relationships, not toxic jobs, toxic circles. The friend group, the family circle, the business circle, the people you keep answering the phone for, even though every conversation leaves you smaller than before. And let's be real, most people do not stay because they are confused. They stay because they are afraid. Afraid to be alone. Afraid to start over. Afraid to be talked about. Afraid to lose access. Afraid to walk away from history. Afraid that if they leave the circle, they will lose the only version of themselves they know how to be. That is the part nobody wants to say. Sometimes the wrong circle does not just hold your hand, it holds your identity hostage. You keep saying, "But we've been friends for years." Okay, but have they been good for you for years? You keep saying, "They were there for me back then." Okay, but are they respecting who you are becoming now? Because history does not give anybody a lifetime pass to disrespect your growth. Let me say that again. History does not give anybody a lifetime pass to disrespect your growth. Some people were perfect for the survival season, but they are dangerous in the elevation season. They knew how to sit with you when you were broken, but they do not know how to stand beside you while you are building. They liked you when you were available, insecure, unsure, and easy to access. But now that you have vision, now that you have standards, now that you are not explaining yourself every 5 minutes, now the energy feels different. Now the jokes have edges. Now the support has silence. Now the compliments come with a little poison in them. Oh, you think you're better now? No, you just finally realized you were never supposed to stay small. And that scares people who benefited from your smallness. Let's talk about fake loyalty. Because a lot of toxic circles survive by using the word loyalty as a leash. They say, "You changed." No, you grew. They say, "You acting funny." No, you started paying attention. They say, "You don't come around anymore." No, you stopped showing up to places where your spirit had to shrink just to fit in. That is not betrayal. That is maturity. That is alignment. That is you finally choosing peace over performance. And here is where it gets uncomfortable. Sometimes the reason you stay is not because they are holding on to you. Sometimes it is because you are holding on to the old version of you that needed them. You are not just trying to keep the friendship. You are trying to keep the memory. You are trying to keep the laughs. You are trying to keep the late-night conversations. You are trying to keep the version of the circle that existed before the jealousy, before the competition, before the quiet resentment, before the shade got dressed up as jokes. And I get it. Walking away from people you once loved is not easy. It feels like grief. Because it is grief. You are grieving what you thought it was. You are grieving who you thought they were. You are grieving the future you thought you would share with them. But let me tell you something. Grief is not a reason to stay in dysfunction. Pain is not proof that you made the wrong decision. Sometimes pain is just the cost of finally telling the truth. And the truth is this: everybody in your circle is not assigned to your future. Some people are only familiar with your past. And if you keep dragging past seasoned people into your next level life, do not be surprised when your vision starts feeling heavy. You cannot build a new life with people committed to the old version of you. You cannot become confident around people who are addicted to your insecurity. You cannot step into bigger rooms while still asking permission from people who never wanted you to leave the hallway. That is not growth. That is captivity with memories attached. So here is the question for today. Are you loyal or are you scared? Are you staying because the circle is healthy or because leaving would force you to become someone new? Because the right circle does not require you to perform weakness so other people can feel comfortable. The right circle does not make you explain your worth every time you evolve. The right circle does not punish you for having standards. The right circle does not compete with your confidence. The right circle makes you sharper. It makes you braver. It makes you more honest. It makes you walk into rooms differently. Not arrogant, aware. Aware that you belong. Aware that you have value. Aware that you do not have to stay connected to people who keep calling your growth disrespect. So today, I want you to think about your circle. Not emotionally, honestly. Who drains you? Who celebrates you only when your win does not make them uncomfortable? Who gets quiet when something good happens for you? Who makes you feel like you have to downplay your dreams just to stay connected? Who do you keep giving access to, even though they keep mishandling it? And here is the biggest one. Who are you afraid to outgrow? Sit with that, because your answer might explain why you feel stuck. Your next level may not require a new plan first. It may require a new circle. And I know that sounds harsh, but sometimes the door to your future does not open until you stop dragging the wrong people to the entrance. This is the Right Circle podcast, and around here, we are not begging for rooms. We are not explaining our worth. We are not shrinking to keep people comfortable. We are building the kind of circle that matches the future we say we want. Because your future changes when your circle changes. I'll see you in the next episode.
Welcome to the circle, where we grow, where we rise, where we heal, where we shine.